Hey man, say man, it's your boy Big Dreams. Welcome back to the channel. Before we carry on any further with this video, make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment, most importantly, make sure y'all subscribe and hit that post notification bell set it to all. We is back with another banger video, back with another reaction video, man. And today, y'all see the screen, we are reacting to Gene Deal exposes the Diddy victim who went missing from testifying against Diddy. He paid her, so forth and so on. The art of dialogue. We finna dig in here and see what's going on. I'm not gonna make the opening of this video too long. All I ask is that y'all smash that like button so this video can rank higher in the algorithm. Go crazy in the comments. Let me know what you want me to react to. And if you're watching me and you're not subscribed, man, subscribe. That's all I ask. We finna go ahead and dig in, man.
Right. Never looked at it that way. That's a good way to look at it, man. And congrats to Puffy daughters too. They graduated high school this week, so congrats to them, man, with everything they going through.
Shout out to his daughters. You better hope nobody catch them and do them the way he did somebody else's daughters. And trust to believe there's guys out here that will do that just because they did his daughters. That's how evil, that's how nasty our world could be.
Right.
Let me ask you this, right? When it comes to Puffy kids, do you think in the back of their mind they wondering if their dad had anything to do with their mom death, Kim Porter?
Well, I think that none of them probably witnessed Puff ever putting their hands on Kim, because Kim, I think, got to the point where she saw and found her power. I believe Kim found her power, whereas that if Diddy would have put his hands on her after she slit his wrist, she knew he was pussy. This all I had to do? So after she slit his wrist, I believe Kim found her power. Now, Diddy used to rough her up with the pillow fight and everything like that, and shit like that. But I don't think I've never seen him physically put his hands on her. But maybe some of the other bodyguards after me did. But I believe Kim found her power. I don't know if Roger Barnes testified that he saw her put his hand on Kim. But nonetheless, I can't speak for those kids, but with all the information and all the stuff that came out, I would think, and no kids want to think bad about their father, especially somebody who has made it so grandeur in their life that everything is to the 10th power. They don't want to think bad about their father.
Hey, bro, I got a question for y'all. Didn't they say Kim Porter had a book or something like that about her time with Diddy or some junk? Or am I tripping? I could have sworn I heard somebody say that at one point in time. I don't know, but if somebody know, bro, please let me know. Please let me know. And I'm going to probably go do my research on that after the video. But with him saying what he said about, her slitting his wrist and all that, it kind of put me in that thought, like, didn't somebody say at one point in time she had like a book or something that she was writing about him, or something that she wrote that was on him? So if y'all know that, bro, please let me know.
But there's a possibility that Quincy may believe, but those are his sisters, and those are his brothers. He may not let them know or want them to have that feeling.
I'm hearing that a makeup artist, they testified against Diddy. You know anything about that?
Well, her claims were that she was with Cassie and Diddy, on a couple of videos. She did a lot of different videos for Kodak Black and Future that Cassie was on, and she did them. She even did stuff for Rihanna. So the lady was well She was a renowned makeup artist. She wasn't no bootleg makeup artist where somebody that Cassie found or whatever like that. And she had been knowing Cassie, and she's the one who brought up that she'd been knowing Cassie since she was 16 years old, and Diddy had her eyes on him. You know, it was speculation like that. You understand? Because Cassie was in the modeling thing. I didn't even know Cassie was in the modeling thing at first. She was in New York modeling with the word girl Karen that Puff hit in the head with the hanger and choked her. You understand? She was modeling with her. So that's how I came into the assumption that, you know, okay, Puff has been watching this kid ever since she was 16 years old, whatever like that. So now,
now listen, I ain't saying this gonna ever happen, but Gene Deal know a lot of Puffy stories from personal experience oh so well. If they ever try to attempt to get him on the stand, I honestly won't be surprised. I can't lie to y'all, bro, because he can probably testify, you know what I'm saying, way better than 80% of the people that they'll ever get up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even lie with y'all, bro.
Was there when Cassie got her eye bruised up and Diddy beat up pretty bad. And she was the one who called the lawyer, called the doctor, and called one other of her friends and stuff like that. You know, Cassie wouldn't let her call the police. She was going to call the police. You understand? So then she was the one who snuck Cassie out of her house, out of the apartment and everything like that, and took her to her house. And she stayed at her house for a couple of weeks or whatever like that until they got money up or something like that and they went someplace else so Diddy wouldn't find them. You know, her testimony was pretty good, and she was the one that they were trying to say, well, you didn't see it. She was saying that you didn't see him beat him and like that. If somebody go in a room with somebody and he leaves in a hurry and you go right in the room and she got her lip busted, she busted her lip, blacked her eye, and she had knots all over her head, and she's like, what the, yo. That's just as crazy, man. For dude just to do that little girl like that, bro. And the lady was testifying to that. It was almost like Cassie mama testifying when she took the pictures of the bruises that Cassie had all over her body. It's just certain that you just don't do to people, man.
Now, I'm going to tell y'all something, bro. And I done said this in a previous video. Cassie's husband is a strong man. He's a very strong man. To, you know what I'm saying, hear a lot of the stuff that your wife done went through. And y'all done been together for some time. So I know you've been knowing a lot of everything for some time. The video dropped on, you know what I'm saying, the whole him putting his hands on her situation. But that right there honestly says, if that was a public incident, imagine what he did, you know what I'm saying, where there was no cameras. Imagine how much more crazier it got. And just him being there with her, ain't no telling what type of trauma, emotional trauma, mental trauma, ain't no telling what she dealing with now that he got to help her with on a day-to-day basis. Ain't no telling how she operating or nothing like that. And I said this last video that I reacted to where he spoke on this too. A lot of people saying that, oh, Cassie had a part to play in this too, this, that, and the third. If you looking at it just from the surface, it'll look like that. But when you dig deeper into it, bro, she became addicted to that. You know, she became addicted to that lifestyle. And once you are exposed to something so much and you take it in so much, you start to crave that. So if it got to the point where she started asking him for it, It's because she just grew an addiction to it, bro. And she probably lost herself in that. Ain't no telling how bad it got. And like I said, bro, like I always say, to be honest, I'm not here to judge nobody. I'm not here to, you know what I'm saying, be that person that just totally slams people, because that's honestly not me. I'm just speaking basically on what we talking about right here and what Gene Deal's saying. But that's a strong man, bro, because there's no telling what he got to do to help her through her days mentally when she living, and you know, just to keep herself intact with all this that you know went through for years, bro, for years.
So she testified that to the abuse, but also testified that the people who was involved, who came to always to clear his from the company. He uses employees to cover up his wrongdoings. KK, D-Rock, George. So that's what she testified to. And she did a great job.
Yeah, that's sad, man. Like, if he did all that, man, that's heartbreaking, man.
Bruh, it's more to come, bruh. Because what the prosecution, the defense trying to do, the defense is trying to, you know, you still got Gina, and the prosecution, or the defense was trying to tell the prosecution, well, she's not a witness, she's not a witness. They want the prosecution to hurry up to bring Gina in so Gina could paint the picture that like everything was consenting, because she's been paid off.
And this is the one that disappeared, right?
Yeah, this is the one who disappeared. This is the one who they could get her. There's nowhere she could go that the federal government, if they want you, that you can't be got. You understand what I'm saying? If the federal government wants you that bad, you'll be gotten, bro.
Oh, nah, for
It's
real.
too much technology.
For real.
Photo imaging. There's nowhere she could go.
For real, though.
She Asian. You know what I'm saying? Half Asian
And
or
see,
whatever.
something else to keep in mind, too. This is a very serious case. So if you get up that line, you know what I'm saying, they can put you away. They can put you away, you get up that line. Because this is like, I wouldn't necessarily say life or death type of deal, but this is a very serious situation where numerous people and numerous events of a similar basis have happened. And then two, they just digging on the freak off thing. You know, Kim Porter, like, what happened to her? What if they go to digging into that later on in his trial? What if they take it further back to Biggie Smalls and Tupac and all that stuff like that? We don't know where the direction of this trial is going, but it seems like as of right now, it's just strictly the freak off mess and what he did to this person, that person during that time. But if they kind of venture off into, like, you know what I'm saying, people who are no longer here, like Kim Porter and all these other people, then I feel like it's gonna get way more serious, bro. Way more serious.
That she might like Chinese.
But nah, though, I got one concern about this whole Diddy thing. Quincy. I've always wondered, how did things go between him and Al B. Short? Al B. Short is his biological father. And yet and still, whenever the camera is pointed at Diddy's kids, Quincy is always there. Did you know what I'm saying? Did Al B. Short really abandon this man for real? Like, if somebody know that, please let me know. Did Al B. Short really just abandon this man and say, like, oh, forget you type jump? Or did something really happen? Because I actually wonder all the time what's the case with that. Because Buddy stand 20 toes down behind Diddy. But yet and still, I don't even think he like his own pops. and you a spit image of your pops. So what did your pops really do? Like, was he really not there for you growing up, bro? Like, did he really abandon you or what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always wondered that, bro.
Rice or whatever like that. She got to go somewhere to get something to eat. You know what I mean? It's crazy, bro. So now she come and she testified in behalf of Diddy. They want the prosecution to bring her in. They know she's a hostile witness. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to be here, this, that, and other. She made a post, I'd rather be in Chanel and all this other shit like that. That's the girl who took off the payment. She took the $2 million payment from Diddy and them when she got on Tasha K. I think Diddy may have gave her $2 million or something like that. Got her in school, gave her an apartment out in LA, still was messing with him. Well, man, brainwashed. But she did talk to the federal government. They do have emails and everything from her and her lawyer. So she had to be somewhat involved in that. You understand? It's a lot of stuff. They said they got 6 more weeks of testimony. So they're going to start bringing in there, and they're going to keep tying this RICO. They're going to keep tying this racketeering because they are now ready to take down Combs Global. Tie that to Bad Boy and show whereas that he's using his money and using his funds to do criminal business, then that means they're going to take that down too.
How you feel about the people that's calling Kid Cudi a snitch?
That's what's wrong with our people today. Cassie could get brutalized. Gina could get beat. Kid Cudi could get his car blown up. But all you gotta say is, we gotta take that. You gotta take that stuff, and you a snitch. Grow the fuck up. That's what I got to say. Grow up. You can't teach stupid.
Nah, for real though, bro. For real though. And I seen Chop when he spoke on it. He was like, "You kicking the man while you down, bro. That's a crime, bro. That's a crime." And like I said, bro, I'm not trying to judge nobody, but bro, that's a crime, gang. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's what happened for real, but you know, if that's the case, that's a crime, bro. That is a crime. And if he chose to testify, then it had to be him doing that for real. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts, bro. Suppose he was in there when that happened and he didn't make it, bro. That's on his hands. That's not kicking somebody while they down, bro. That's standing up for justice right there. You know what I'm saying? That's just like if anybody else committed a crime, bro, a serious crime, it's gonna catch up with you at some point. It's just that. But listen, man, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. This is the end of the video. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment. Most importantly, make sure y'all subscribe and hit that post notification bell. Set it to all. Our social media links will be in the description. The link to the previous reaction video will be there as well. Follow me on all my social medias. Click the link to the previous reaction video and watch that whole video after you watch this whole video. Don't forget, the link to the second channel will be in the description. Click that link, go there, subscribe, show love, because y'all will be seeing my face over there from time to time. But check this out, I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all for showing me love back. And we out this thing, man, for real.